Hi, my name is Christina Binti Muhammad Nizam. My metric number is 267 and 909. For the case file, we will discuss about tax for the CFO. Should Pfizer acquire Allergan? First of all, we need to know the key information in this case. First, the issues. The issues is, should Pfizer proceed with or stop merger with Allergan PLCs? And the next is, key protagonist in this case is the CFO, friend D. Emilio, and the supporting ghost is Pfizer and Allergan. Before that, we need to know that Pfizer is a US-based pharmaceuticals giant, while the Allergan is the Ireland-based pharmaceutical giant. The first question that we should asking in this case is why Pfizer need a merger. Mergers is a combine of two separate business into a single new legal entity. The most common sources of joint value is economic scale, which allow for the reduction in the cost of either production or back of office operation. The tricky part is that the benefit of the scale can arise at several points in activities of a firm. In this case, the Pfizer's goal is to for an innovations, R&D driven business and drug enterprise. They also can reduce their tax rate. By combining with Ireland-based Allergens, Pfizer can not only cut its tax rate but also get access to the billions of dollars in revenue. It was keeping obviously avoid paying US taxes on the top of the taxes it had already paid in the foreign countries. The combination also had non-tax benefit for Pfizer, including access to Allergan's portfolio of strongly growing products like anti-wrinkles treatment Botox, dry eye treatment, Restasis, and new irritable bowel drug listeners. A combination also might have a pathway for Pfizer to shift its collections of cash-generating but older, slower growth of drugs. The second question arises in this case that is Allergan suitable for Pfizer? If Pfizer had been headquartered in the island since 2014, the company should face the 12.5% headline rate of corporation tax in Ireland for 2014, 15 and 16. In particular, Pfizer could get favorable effective tax rate that called double Irish arrangement when it's found headquartered in Ireland. This agreement provides a potential preferential terms to Pfizer, which is less than 3% profit of the company are repatriated to US without any additional taxation, although the US differs tax system. Meanwhile, the Pfizer also should pay tax for US government in terms of US deferral tax system, while Pfizer obtains a tax offset rate of 12.5% that been paid in the island. According to US tax rule, Pfizers are taxes only when their subsidiary repatriates foreign income into US as a cash dividend. However, to avoid the higher taxation, Pfizer probably retain cash offshore in Ireland instead of repatriations to the safe tax. From the other perspective, the Pfizer could utilize this revenue to reinvest into the overseas market, thus by seeking other tax offset from different countries. Next, before I proceed to the alternative solution, I will explain a little bit about tax avoidance and tax evasion. Tax avoidance is defined as a legal measure to use the tax regime to find a way to pay the lowest rates of tax. For example, putting savings in the names of your partner to take advantage of their lowest tax band. Tax evasion is also under the tax avoidance and it is ethical uh, ethical as long as it shows a good social responsibility, while tax evasion is a taking illegal step to avoid paying tax. For example, not declaring income to the taxman. Tax avoidance is ethical, while the tax evasion is unethical. First alternative solution is Pfizer proceed with the mergers. If Pfizer proceed to mergers with the Allergens, Pfizer attempt to acquire Allergens for the 160 billion and relocated its headquarters to Ireland as part of the tax invasion plan. The company hoped that it would cut the corporate tax burden and companies said they expect the company to have an effective tax rate of 17 to 18% in the first full year after closing, compared to around 25% for Pfizer at present. The two companies said that they expect to wring over 2 billion of year worth of increased efficiency out of deal within the 3 years. Or the second alternative, Pfizer stop mergers with the Allergan. If Pfizer choose to stop mergers with the Allergan, the New York-based Pfizer will pay the Allergan of 400 million, which is cost of the breakout clause. If Pfizer continue, the merger between the Pfizers and the Allergens will rise the giant tides of tax inversion in the market, but also attracting the attention from the US Treasury. It is because Pfizer attempt to shift its headquarters to the island to get the favorable tax advantages and avoid the US onerous taxing obligation. Nevertheless, the new rules will issued by US Treasury that will be aimed at the tax inversions, so it will affect the mergers of the Pfizers and the Allergens. Consequently, Pfizers and Allergens will terminate the mergers subsequently when these changes of tax regulations are issued. And lastly, for the decision, as a CFO, Frank D'Amelio has the highest financial position and the third highest position in the company, which is playing a vital role in the company's strategic initiative. Financial report complete under CFO must adhere to the financial standard. So, I will suggest Pfizer to not continue allegiance with the to not continue mergers with the Allergens. It is because they will have a new rules where US will plan to change the tax rule to curb the inversion deal. Next, there also unethical where the tax inversions apply in Pfizer is lack of the social responsibility, and they with this decision they will bear a cost of breakout clause of $400 million. That's all for me. Thank you.